Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. In this video, we will learn what is meant by SQL-CLR data type. So here we will learn some of the mapping data type between .NET as well as SQL Server domain. So SQL Server uses some data type and CH uses some data types. They both are different domain, right? So the function what we write is in C#. So when we are writing the C# function, we may tend to write data type that is specific to C#. But the C# function will run on SQL Server. So SQL Server uses a different or the data type that is specific to the engine. So what about the data type boundaries or the size constraint between C# and SQL Server? So that is resolved by the common data type. Say for example, if you use int in SQL Server and if it use X bytes, then in C# language also it should use same X bytes. So to make such a guarantee, Microsoft defined a data type which will be common between the SQL Server as well as C#. To perform the integration in the sense one which is written in CH should run on SQL domain, right? That's the integration here, right? To perform the integration, we should use the SQL-CLR data type. So that's the new data type. So it's common between SQL Server as well as the programming languages such as CH or VB.NET. Here we are going to talk about the data type SQL-CLR data type, which will act as a bridge between the C# language as well as SQL Server or SQL language, we can say. Some frequently used types are listed below, and you can see, for example, binary. That's what we call in SQL domain, right? Binary. And in C# domain, we will call this as byte array, right? And in the SQL-CLR, it is called as SQL binary. So when you are writing your C# function, and if you think of a string or char array, use SQL string. And whoever is using your function on SQL Server engine, they know that the function can tackle with nchar or nvarchar. So bit is the SQL specific data type. In C# language, we will use Boolean, but for integration, we have to make use of SQL Boolean. The same way, if you see int, SQL Server knows it as int. C# programmers uses int32. But when you are writing the CLR trigger or CLR function procedure, you have to use SQL int32. The same goes for money, decimal, SQL, CH, it is decimal, and in common SQL-CLR, it is SQL money. Date time, same here, date time in CH, and in CLR, SQL-CLR, it is SQL date time, right? And if you look at the common data type, right? That's what we are talking about, and this is the common data type. CDT, common data type. And all common data type, if you see, it is prefixed with the SQL binary, SQL string, like that. To know more, refer the Microsoft documentation, and you will end up like when you are designing your function or stored procedure or trigger, SQL-CLR trigger, the time you have to decide what is the input or output parameter in terms of SQL Server, and then a mapping data type of common language, I mean the SQL-CLR data type. For that, you may need to go to Microsoft documentation. Here, we just listed the frequently used data type, and for specific data type, refer the Microsoft documentation. Search for SQL-CLR data type and you will get the list. That's all here in this video. There is no demo. Thank you for watching. Bye.